There's one last way that Netflix is shooting themselves in the foot and holding back its earned media potential: release schedule. Disney Plus released WandaVision's 9 episodes between January and March of 2021. Amazon plans to air 1 of 8 episodes of their Lord of the Rings show per week starting in September and ending in November. Netflix has traditionally dropped a full season of their shows all in one day. In their current nosedive panic, they're actually gonna split the season of Stranger Things. They're releasing half of the new season later this month and the other half at the top of July. But regardless of whether we're talking about one massive dump or a split dump, I think it's costing them. I know, you love binging shows, but what if I told you that you weren't actually liking the experience more? A study done on University of Melbourne students looked at the impact of watching shows, an episode a week, an episode a day, or binged all at once. They found that when binging, you may have a better recollection of individual facts and details linking the episodes, but your overall enjoyment of those episodes decreases. Here's the graph of enjoyment levels. Once a day is at the top there, the highest levels of enjoyment. The blue line on the bottom represents the group that binge watched the show. Clearly, binge watching is lowering your overall enjoyment. 1 episode a week, right there in the middle, a little bit more standard, and it's still significantly more enjoyable. But why would that be? Well, for one thing, it makes the content feel less disposable. Binging is just that. It feels like junk food. You consume it fast and then you move on. There's no chance to savor something. Compare that to having to wait a week between uploads. One professor associated with the study theorized that there's something of a Christmas morning effect when you have to wait to open your presents. If you're just watching shows in an endless loop, you only activate certain reward centers in your brain. Watching a show releases opiates and cannabinoids that make your brain feel good and tell you to do it again. But opiates and cannabinoids don't represent the entirety of positive hormones in your brain. Anticipatory chemicals such as dopamine get you excited for things to come. Without those reactions, the binge watchers miss out on a large portion of the viewing experience. They don't get time to consider the possible twists, the lingering mysteries, fantasize about possible endings. And while the study doesn't consider this, the bingers in a real-world scenario would be missing out on all the social interactions with their friends. You're cutting out your earned media potential at the knees. I mean, just look at this channel. Film Theory alone was able to put out 3 different WandaVision theories during its run, as each week offered a chance to speculate. But Stranger Things, when everything is out there all at once, ready to consume, the best I can do is maybe guess about the next season. The end result is that Netflix gets short spikes of interest, but then a quick loss of interest. Spreading out the release schedule is practically free marketing for any decent show. It's also gonna lower the cost of making new productions because suddenly you need fewer of them. Netflix was somewhat infamous for greenlighting lots and lots of shows to fill its schedule.
I don't know, 5 of my friends got Netflix deals.
Knowing that its fans are binging through its content, Netflix felt a pressure to deliver new content on a constant basis. After all, Squid Game only kept me watching Netflix for about 9 hours. What am I gonna do with the other 721 hours in a month? Think critically about my life choices? I'd rather die. If they spread Squid Game out over 3 months, though, I could fill my time between episodes theorizing about what happens next, who the old guy really is, who was behind it all. That would mean that Netflix suddenly doesn't need to bring out as much content to keep people hooked on their platform. Each customer only needs to gravitate to one show every 3 months, and that is a huge difference. A slower release schedule allows Netflix more time to focus on individual projects, freeing up both budget and promotional space to create fewer but better shows, and then using all of your powers to promote them and ensure that they're winners, rather than being shuffled off the big front page banner the next day when yet another season of The Circle launches. The time between episodes would allow theorists and other fans to engage with the content, create free advertisement, enhance the experience for the fans, and all of it improves user experience, as that study showed.